Welcome back. No stranger to the Midday Show. We have Mairi Budreau joining us, a very accomplished painter, and you do beautiful portraits. It's great to have you back.
Oh, thanks, Susan.
Yes. We're talking today a little bit about what goes into painting a portrait. I'm one of those people that I'm baffled by people who can actually do a likeness of anything beyond a stick man. We have a picture that you sent to me,
yes,
and it is of your daughter. Her name is Jessie, and she is 25. Beautiful shot. She's a beautiful girl, and you do beautiful work. It's amazing.
Thank you.
But just taking a look at this picture, I'm glad we did that first, because it sort of is the end result of many steps that are involved.
That's right.
In making this happen.
A portrait. Yeah. I always start from my own photographs. So you had that photo there where I was doing a photo shoot of a couple. Actually, that's Tamara Beach and Rennie DeFazio, who were on the show in September.
Talking about their book.
And yeah, we're doing a portrait for them. So this is an idea of what the photo shoot looks like. You get started.
Okay, let's get into the pictures now, if Master doesn't mind that first picture. There we go. So this is the first thing you do.
Yeah.
We
figure out where we're going to do this and what's the look and the feel and what they want as the end result and what does it mean to them. And, you know, it can be on location. This happened to be in their home.
Yep.
Or it can be in a studio. Well, there's all kinds of options.
Okay, so you start with the pictures. So we start with
the photos. And then, okay, so we're shifting gears here. This was the photo that began the portrait that's finished here. And we were just doing some shots at TRU there, and then I make a drawing. I get a sense of where I'm going to lay it on the paper and on the canvas, and there's the toned canvas with the charcoal drawing on top, and then I spray that. And then this is when I'm first laying in my tonal values, so I can see where things are dark and light, and that's the base underneath the piece. And then start filling it in and start to model a little bit of her face and begin the underlying of the eye color and a little more depth in the creases of the clothing. And you can see it just evolves. I photograph a painting when I finish each session, so then I have a measure of the day's work.
So you take a picture at the end of every time?
Yeah.
So you know where you left off?
I know where I left off, and I just do it because I blog a lot of the work that I do.
Right.
And so people can watch this on my blog as well. So you can see I've worked on her hair a little more defined, and now we're getting pretty close to the
finished result.
Yeah, still have her hair to do there, but her face was more modeled, and
there we go.
There we go.
So we're watching it sort of in fast forward, obviously, right? I mean, and there's the end result there. We're watching in fast forward. How long did this particular portrait take, for example?
Well, it's done over a period of weeks, usually, because I don't just sit down and just bang it off, because I like to have space of time between each session, so I kind of have a clear view of what I'm doing. It gives you a fresh eye, and you can see the mistakes or where you want to redirect it. So I'll usually have 3 or 4 paintings on the go at one time. And so I might work on that one for maybe 3 hours for the morning or 4 hours in the morning, and then I'll work on something else in the afternoon. So over the course of maybe 4 or 5 weeks, I mean, that's a simple portrait because it's just head and shoulders and a plain background. I've never recorded my hours, so I don't really know, but I would guess maybe 15 hours, or I don't know.
That's not bad, actually.
Once you get going, you just...
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have more than one on the go at a time, just so you don't get too caught up in one and you sort of get a fresh feel with going to a different face for a while?
That's exactly
I can see that.
Yeah, because sometimes if you push, you know, you're at a stage and the motivation or the feeling will subside. You're either tired, you need a break, or you just, you're coming to an area in the painting that maybe you haven't sorted out. Then it's like, I think I'm going to stop now, and I'll come at it fresh tomorrow, and I'll move on to another piece, which will seem fresh because I haven't worked on it for maybe 2 or 3 days.
Exactly.
So yeah, I find it really valuable to be working on several pieces at one time.
Absolutely.
And at different stages, like some are at a drawing stage, and some are at the finishing stage, and some are at, okay, how am I going to compose this on the canvas? And so there's time spent doing that. I mean, in the sample you saw, I pretty much just lifted her right from the photograph onto this canvas. I didn't play with composition. I composed through the camera. But oftentimes, it's not the case. I spend a lot of time figuring how I'm going to put this figure on this canvas to get the most impact, the most feeling, or just convey whatever I want to bring out in the model. And sometimes it's the negative space that's around them that I find really attractive, and that will direct me as to where to put them on the canvas.
Do you get input from the person that you're painting, because there might be a certain way that they want to be portrayed? But I mean, you have to take it from the picture. You're not going to make things paint things that aren't there. But certainly, some people might want a different feel to the end result.
Yes, in a commission, the sitter has a lot of say in how this turns out.
Okay.
The sitter, yeah, or the client,
Yeah.
however you want to look at it. They have a lot of say because it's their piece.
And they're going to be looking at it.
Yeah, they're going to be looking at it for years and years, and they're paying for it.
Right.
So, you know, it's my goal to build an understanding and an acquaintance with them to the point where I'm able to really put it on the canvas, what they want to say in the painting. There may be a narrative involved based on something that's around them or in the room they're in. Like they could be at their holiday property, or they could be skiing or something like that. And the what they're trying to say or what they want to convey in terms of feeling, like their role in life, like it might be 4 generations of one family is a portrait. So what does that say?
Yes,
right?
huge.
It's a whole different feeling than an athlete. So, yeah.
Fantastic. So you are looking for people to paint right now.
Absolutely.
And you would love for people to contact you.
I would.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
If people are interested, information is on the screen. I've put up your email address, Mairi, along with your phone number. And again,
Great.
it just seems like a really neat process to get involved in, and a timepiece of sorts, especially if you do one of your family.
It's really valuable for families.
Very much so.
Because anyone who has an old photograph of someone who's long passed, they probably have that picture framed, it's in a special place in their home, and it has a reverence to it, and it shows heredity and lineage, and there's stories told about what this person has done or what meaning they have had in the family. And for people who do portraits right now, that's what you're giving your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. If you're a business, you can honor a retiring CEO or years of service, that sort of thing. Or there's a lot of, as we know, Kamloops is a wonderful donor city, and there's a lot of powerful donors that have contributed to the building of this city, and they can be honored in portraits as well.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate you sharing this. I think it's a beautiful portrait you've done here of your daughter. And
Thank you.
You're very welcome. If you'd like information, budreau.ca. We are back in 90 seconds. Stay with us.